In the tall golden grass lived the very smallest creature of all, a tiny mouse. One warm morning he scampered too fast, tripped, and tumbled head over paws right onto the warm paw of a sleeping lion, huge as a hill. The great lion woke with a rumble like thunder and lowered his enormous head right down beside the tiny mouse. Everyone in the grassland knew a lion eats whatever he catches. The little mouse looked up at those huge jaws, trembling, too frightened to move. "Please," squeaked the mouse. "Let me go, and one day I promise I'll help you." The lion laughed a great warm laugh. "You help me?" But something in the tiny voice made him lift his paw. "Go on, little one." The mouse scurried home, glowing. He had made a promise to the king himself, but when he told the other animals, the rabbit and the meerkat only giggled. "You help the lion? You're far too small to matter." The gazelle could leap the river. The warthog could dig deep dens. But whatever the little mouse tried, the others waved him away. Too small, too small. They always said, until he began to believe it himself. That night the mouse curled up alone and looked at his own tiny paws. What good were they? He could not run fast, or dig deep, or leap high. Maybe, he thought, the others were right, and he was too small to ever matter. But at moonrise the grass shook with heavy footsteps. Hunters had come to the hills with torches and thick rope nets, hunting the great lion. The little mouse raced to the others, crying, "We have to warn him." The rabbit bolted. The meerkat hid. "That is far too big for us," they said, and scattered into the dark. The little mouse stood all alone, his heart pounding, but he remembered the warm paw that had spared him. He ran toward the hills as fast as his little legs would go. And there, in the torchlight, he saw it, the mighty lion, the king himself, tangled and thrashing, caught fast in the hunter's heavy net. The great strong lion, who had feared nothing in all his life, roared and pulled, but he could not break free. The strongest one was now the most helpless. And the hunters, the mouse knew, would return at first light. The mouse crept close. The ropes were thick as tree roots, far too heavy for his little pink paws to pull. But he had something better than strong paws. He had tiny, sharp teeth, and he began to gnaw. Rope by rope he chewed, jaw aching, glancing at the sky as it slowly turned gray. One strand snapped, then another. The net loosened only a little. He was so tired, but he thought of the paw that spared him, and kept going. Footsteps. The hunters were climbing back up the hill. The little mouse gnawed faster and faster, whispering to the lion to hold still. Just a little more. Just a little more. Please. The last rope snapped. The great net fell away, and the lion sprang up free, saved not by the strong, not by the swift, not by the big, but by the very smallest creature in all the grassland. The lion lowered his enormous head to the mouse, gentle as the morning, and the hunters fled into the dark with empty nets. Then the rabbit and the meerkat and all the others crept out and saw what the tiny one had done. From that day on, no one ever called the little mouse too small again, for the mightiest of all had been saved by the tiniest of all, and the whole grassland learned that no kindness is ever wasted, and no one is ever too small to matter.